If you want to do your debt-free scream live on the show, visit RamseySolutions.com/debt-free-scream. We'd love for you to come to Nashville and tell Dave your story. That's RamseySolutions.com/debt-free-scream.
After show beginning. Put my links in the chat and we will get going right here, right now. Alrighty, Razer show, reload my page. Think it's going. It's going. Show number 339, 8/11/2022. That almost the weekend here. And what we normally do at the beginning, I forgot to turn off the fan in the server room. Be right back. No. Not quite as smooth as Tom Cruise's slide. What up, Spring? First in tonight, you right? Phrasing. Sid, what up? So I got that fan off so it doesn't sound like. And let's do what we normally do, which is listen for those drum taps. Like all plans, it starts with step 1. $1,000 emergency fund. Step 2, you'll pay off all your debt. Sub-mortgage, we don't do that yet. So pay off your consumer debt. Every one of those charges, from smallest to largest. Baby step 3 is next. Full emergency fund of expenses. You stay gazelle intensive. His name is Dave Ramsey, and this is his plan. And I hope to meet him. I admire the man. I've messed up in my life, but these steps have made it right. That's why I go, that's why I go. That's why I host this after show. If you don't like the way it's working out, you should do the baby steps. And if you want to have financial peace, then you should do Dave's baby steps. Step 4 is when you can take a breath. Go, let's gazelle and invest. Step 5 is to save for your kids. No student loans at all for no college. 6 is to pay off your home. Step 7, build your wealth and don't keep it all yourself. And you've lived like nobody else. Now you get to live large, and now you get to give large. His name is Dave Ramsey, and this is his plan. And I hope to meet him. I admire the man. I've messed up in my life, but these steps have made it right. That's why I go, that's why I go. Why I hope this YouTube show. If you don't like the way that it's working out, you should do the baby steps. And if you want to have financial peace, you should do Dave's baby steps. And if you're a trumpet, take it how? Beep beep doo 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 doo. Live from Columbus, OH, It's the Ramsey Show After Show brought to you by D.H. Schumann. Thank you so much, D.H. Here we talk about the Ramsey Show YouTube chat, and the people in it, and all things financial, and whatever else I want to talk about. I'm your host, Coach Steve Money. I'm a certified Ramsey Solutions financial coach, and you can schedule a free consultation assessment with me at calendly.com/Coach Steve Money. Links at the top of the chat, the video description below, and right there on the right side of my green YouTube banner. You can email me about anything, anything, at CoachSteveMoney@gmail.com. You can donate at paypal.me/CoachSteveMoney, and Instagram is Coach Steve Money, no spaces. Oh, let's see. What up, Tina Share? What up, Milka? Boom, boom, boom. Boop, boop, boom. Thanks for the IOs. Appreciate it. Yeah, I blocked the bankruptcy guy pretty quickly, even while you guys, rest of the guys, played with him a lot more. I just got rid of him quickly. Today's Ramsey Show hosts. Dave Cation over. Dave returns on a Thursday. I wonder if he'll be there tomorrow. I would guess probably not. Really weird that he came back on a Thursday. So maybe this was one of those weeks where they have meetings during the day, and that's why he wasn't here. Well, he wasn't here last Thursday either. Missed last Thursday, Friday, and Monday through Wednesday this week. But he was back today and in the driver's seat, and hosting with him was his daughter, Rachel Cruz, and we got a song for her. And I guess that's why we all watch Rachel Cruz, for good advice that she learned in her youth. Talks about friends when she shows us how to be millionaires. Know yourself, know your money, love your life, not theirs. And I guess that's why we all watch Rachel Cruz, mentioning Winston, mentioning Target. And I guess that's why we all watch Rachel Cruz, mentioning Winston, mentioning Target. And I guess that's why we all watch Rachel Cruz, mentioning Winston, ordering Teslas. And I guess that's why we all love Rachel Cruz. Alrighty. Market report. Scrolled up, of course not. As you can see, it was up earlier this morning, and then it kind of just chilled out for some reason. Let's see, it gives up advance and is flat as market comeback rally pauses. Let's see if they can say why. Struggled for direction on Thursday as investors mulled another better than expected inflation report. So definitely don't buy. Definitely sell if inflation is better than expected. So I don't get that. Traders be traders, though. Three major averages opened the session higher but lost steam as the day progressed. Investors received more good economic news when the July producer price index showed a surprise decline from June. PPI dropped to 0.5% compared with an estimate of a 0.2% gain, according to a Dow Jones survey. PPI reading excluded food and energy, rose less than expected. And so again, why wouldn't that be good news? Boom, boom, boom. Investors, while they're relieved that inflation is declining, it doesn't change the fact that the Federal Reserve will continue to be hiking rates. And everybody knew that already. I'm not quite sure at this juncture, doing that thing here. Dana Carvey doing George Bush. The father, not the son. I don't know if you kids are young enough for George Bush Sr. I'm not quite sure at this juncture. The people want to give the all clear sign, but I do think sentiment is much better than it was, say, 60 days ago. I guess because it didn't go down that much. One bright spot for markets was Disney. Stock jumped more than 4% after the media giant posted stronger than anticipated subscriber numbers for last quarter. God bless them. Along with earnings and revenue that topped expectations. Disney also said it would raise prices for Disney Plus. Alright, well, I mean, they pay in for a lot of shows to be made, so maybe they need to get that going there. Let's see what else we got. Dow Jones fades as Fed official gives this warning, and Coinbase dies as Bitcoin rallies. Disney pops. Let's see, what was the Fed warning? A warning amid encouraging inflation data. San Francisco Fed president warned it's still too soon to declare victory in the fight against inflation. She told the Financial Times that she is not ruling out a third consecutive 0.75 rate hike when the Federal Reserve Open Market Committee meets in September. And that's not news that might happen. However, she did say that a 0.5 percentage point rate rise in September is her baseline. So they're going to try to do just 0.5% instead of the 0.75%. We'll see how things go, I guess, in the meantime, through September. Let's see. The futures. Let's do a reload. And we got the S&P up after hours, the Dow up after hours. The NASDAQ down almost 0.5% in the after hours trading. Anything can happen by the morning though. Let's see. So we have the NASDAQ the most down. So you know who will not be winning the fantasy mutual funds for today. Let's see. On the 16th, we got Walmart and the Home Depot reporting. Lowe's and Cisco on the 17th, Applied Materials on the 18th, and August 24th, NVIDIA. All of the most followed single stocks on the Google are down today, led by Tesla, 2.62% down. And least down was the Apple at 0.44%. Check out the rest of the planet here. We got mostly up in Europe, mostly up in Asia too. Maybe that'll hold good tidings for tomorrow. We'll see. As far as the US dollar, the euro's up against the US dollar. It has been quite a bit lately. US dollar though up against the Japanese yen, up against the British pound, love, but down against the Canadian dollar just barely. There's both of these just barely, as you can see. That's barely too, 0.064. And the Australian dollar mate up against the US dollar. There will be shrimp on the barbie tonight, and that's 0.33% though, much more than these that have 0.0 like that. Crypto, the Bitcoin going up there, Ethereum the highest, these two negative of course, Dogecoin positive for a change, it's been negative lately. Let's see, we did that one, we did the futures. Let's see, Yahoo Finance. Inflation shrinking in your household budget. Here are 21 things you should never buy at the grocery store if you're trying to save money. All right, let's check them out. Story. Here's the list. Greeting cards. Yep, see, that's how they get you. It can cost you as much as $7 at the Kroger, but there's no need to splurge on something fancy that will probably just get tossed in the trash later, or maybe recycle it, maybe. The cost has more to do with the perceived value of the card, meaning you don't have to go to another store to get it. Some card companies print on thicker cardstock and add features like music or letterpress, which also up the price. Reader's Digest recommends buying greeting cards at the dollar store. You also may be able to get 2 for $1 or look for generic card sets you can use for any occasion. Beauty products. I'm not going to read everything for all of them, but that's self-explanatory. You go to the Walmart. Let's see, L'Oreal costs over 12, retails almost half the price at Walmart. Yep. Cooking tools, yeah. Basically, you buy food at the grocery store, and that's about it, I'm guessing. Prepared meals. I've gotten quite a few of these in my life, so, you know, it's that you pay for that time where you don't have to make them. But, of course, that is going to be more money. Name brand cereals. They're talking about getting the generics, which are cheaper. Pre-cut produce, because you ain't got no time to be sitting there going doop, 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 like the mom in what was that movie? The mom in Carrie. At the beginning of it, she's like cutting. Don't have time for doing that. So if they cut it for you, that's going to be more money as well. Diapers, again, Walmart probably better. Prepared meat. And, yeah, pouring marinated chicken right out of the package and into the oven. Yep, no need for prep, no cleanup. No. That's why it costs more money. Name brand spices. I guess you can get generic spices. Baked goods. Yeah, you can bake them yourself and save money. Was it up to 300% markup on baked goods? The bakery counter. Bottled water. This one isn't specific to just grocery stores. Think twice before you grab that bottle of water from any checkout line cooler. It might not take a lot out of your wallet at the moment, but it'll add up over time. That's right. One of these can cost like $2 and something out of the cooler. And you can buy a 2-liter not cool for that price. So it's convenient for you, but you're going to pay them back for that time they spent putting it there, the location it's in, instead of having something else there, and also what I say, electricity, the cost of the coolers as well. Thought there was one other thing I forgot. Sid not feeling great, so she's gonna stay quiet, but she is here for Troll Patrol. Excellent. Thank you, Sid. Appreciate it. I hope you feel better. Boom, boom, boom. Now, if you got to, you can bounce and go take a nap or something. Take maybe some eye beer or something. If you have a headache. The CDC reports over 90% of Americans have access to safe, potable water straight from their kitchen tap. But the kids today don't like it. A lot of you people don't like that tap water. Too good for the tap. Can be, in my day, we didn't have no bottled water. Canned beans, they are filling effortless addition to your dinner, but while you save on soaking and prep time, the dried variety is by far the more cost-effective option. Boom, boom, boom. Spring gets a refillable jug, then refill it with filtered water in the store for 29 cents to 50 cents per gallon, she said. Boo, boo, boo. Batteries, again, obviously, get those from the Walmart instead, probably. Anything that's really convenient for you to get there, but that isn't food, probably. Alcohol, gonna cost more. Snack packs. Yep, the small bags, definitely. They cost more overall than the big ones. If you get out the big ones and then you make your own snack packs. Pet food, yup. Really expense. Fresh seafood. Magazines, party supplies. toothbrushes and dental floss, and toilet paper, finally, of course. So a lot more money there. So buy those elsewhere. Don't get those at the grocery store. This from TheVerge.com. Gmail is now officially allowed to spam-proof politicians' emails. It's good news for Republicans facing falling fundraising. On Thursday, the Federal Election Commission approved a new proposal from Google to keep campaign emails from being marked as spam. Google's plan, first reported by Axios in June, would allow for candidates, political party committees, and leadership political action committees to apply for the program that would make their messages exempt from Gmail spam detection symptoms. While Google did not need the FEC to approve the plan before rolling out, it sought a vote earlier this summer to ensure the program wasn't at risk of breaking current election regulations. In its Thursday ruling, the FEC confirmed that Google's plan was illegal. Alrighty, and Cisco, we're talking about, they are going to be reporting soon. I think earnings report soon. They were hacked by the Yan Luang ransomware gang. 2.8 gigabytes of data. Gigabytes. It's not an amount of money. Allegedly stolen. Breaches corporate network in late May, and the actor tried, that's this group is the actor, tried to extort them under the threat of leaking stolen files online. The company revealed that the attackers could only harvest and steal non-sensitive data from a box folder linked to a compromised employee's account. Cisco experienced serious security incident on corporate network. Yeah, just what they said. Took action to contain and eradicate the bad actors. Again, that's the people that did it, is the actors. They published a list of files from the security incident to the dark web. We have also implemented additional measures to safeguard the systems and are sharing technical details to help protect the wider security community. So, working together to keep that kind of thing from happening. Let's see, from thetakeout.com, Popeye's newest menu item is an instant mood enhancer. It's the perfect little something to perk up your day, and let's see what that is. Might that have some sugar in it? Let's see. I don't seek out sweet food. It's sort of habit I got into as an adult. At some point, I don't dislike dessert. Okay, I'm bored with that already. Okay, but Popeye's new banana cream cake was pretty out of character. So that's banana cream cake. I like some banana cream cake. I like it. The cake on paper is reminiscent of vanilla wafer banana pudding, a specialty in American Southern cuisine, which Popeyes is always seeking to emulate. The new offering features simple vanilla cake topped with banana flavored vanilla wafer crumbles sprinkled on top. Pretty straightforward. It's surprising the chain hasn't released this item before. How does it taste? I had back to lunch. I know. I ended up munching on a spicy fried chicken meal before I tasted the cake. So yeah, it could that could change the taste of it maybe if you have spicy meat first. Let's see. I figured that was a more accurate way to assess the new cake. Anyway, because no one is going to Popeyes just for the dessert, likely. Yeah, you're right. Cake is moist, a little dense, and tastes for all the world like it was made from boxed cake mix. I grew up eating boxed cake mix, so in fact, unexpectedly brought me back to my childhood in a good way. Banana flavor tastes fairly artificial, what isn't necessarily a bad thing. I'm generally not a fan of that flavor, but I appreciate that it wasn't overly aggressive here. Despite being front and center, each spoonful of cake with the right amount of fluffy topping made for a balanced bite. Though the vanilla wafers weren't detectable, and suddenly I found myself thinking, wait, I like this. What just happened? Am I a dessert person now? Okay, so the person liked it. They may have to, let's see. Yeah, I'm not seeing any flakes on it. Maybe because it's out of focus. Maybe that's one right there. Maybe those little holes right there caused by meteors of vanilla wafer crumbles, maybe. Just that one pick. Alright. I'll bite. Let's see. Images. Whoops. Images. .google.com. Let's see. What do we got? We got what is it? Popeyes banana cream cake. Okay, I mean that's if it's that much on there, that's probably all right. Yeah, it's hard to see with the in between the white mountains of cream on there. That person's was like melted, kind of. Something off to the side. It wasn't like perfect like that. Yeah, that looks like that should probably be plenty. Oh, they added a new. Oh, that's the parfait. Maybe that was from previously in. And they don't serve it in something that looks like that. So that was probably, it wasn't the cake, this is the parfait. So probably, yeah, the pudding right there. So that's a different item that they had. Maybe they still have it. I don't know. Teenager is condescending. Who told you were condescending there, teenager? If it wasn't me, it doesn't matter. Sugar, carbs. What up, magical? Thanks for dropping by. Reddit.com/r/Dave Ramsey. Debt-free Brundanius has an I in there. 1 hour ago. Not as exciting as most screens, but my wife and I took a car loan out earlier this year at 7.7% and also used a 0% credit card for a vacation and some home improvement stuff. Beep, beep, boo doo. Oh, I can just do that. I forgot. Now, was it an emergency or was it a remodel thing? In all, we had $26,815.97 in debt that we created in the last year. We did this while throwing money in a taxable account. And neither of us could stand paying a monthly note any longer while we had nearly $70,000 sitting in the market outside of our retirement account. So a few minutes ago, withdrew the money. You took the loss doing that from our taxable, and you got to pay the taxes on that. So, I mean, not something that Dave would recommend, but unless they were in single stocks. But if they were in mutual funds, they probably wouldn't have recommended doing that. But this makes it happen right away. So this couple decided to do that. Forgot how good it feels to look at our budget each month and not see that we owe anyone money. I'm just thankful we had the resources available to come to our senses and get rid of the debt. Never again. All right, and I mean, if you had been throwing money in a taxable account, if you hadn't been doing that, you would have had that money to use for pay off that debt. To not go into debt, probably could cash flow all the stuff that you did there. It's from Dull Abroad. Dull_abroad_1355. Advice needed for 401k and ESPP contribution. 80k worth of worth of credit card debt. Currently contributing 10% ESPP and 12% 401k. It's too much. It should be 15% until the house is paid off, assuming you have a mortgage. Plan to lower to 1% ESPP and 6% 401k because that's the match. And then what are you going to do? At this point, I plan to unload all of my older stocks to pay down my debt. Single stocks. Dave would definitely recommend that. Hoping to accrue $23,000. Question is, should I stop contributing to ESPP and 401k until I'm completely debt-free? That is the Dave Ramsey advice. not to pick that back up until you have paid off all non-mortgage debt and until you have saved up that full emergency fund. You do not do saving for retirement. You do not do retirement contributions. While in baby steps 2 and 3, which is pay off the debt and full emergency fund. Interesting. From Cat Infamous, a frequent poster on the Reddit. As far as the Dave Ramsey subreddit, Cat Infamous 3027. Is there any of Dave's advice you regret taking? In 2019, I was drowning in over $145,000 in debt, of which over $50,000 was credit card debt. When I found Dave's baby steps, it was like someone threw me a lifeline and pulled me out of the water. Great. Went all in. So when Dave told me to cut up my credit cards, I got out the scissors. That was good advice too, since it was obvious that I did not know how to use credit card responsibly. It's good advice even if you do know how to use a credit card responsibly, because even the people that say they're going to pay it off every month sometimes spend too much money and can't do that. The people that say they're going to pay it off, they sometimes do pay it off normally, but they could have some kind of emergency or some kind of job issue and not be able to pay it off that month, and then bam, there you go. You've hit interest being charged to you because you didn't pay it off at the end of the month. It could happen just like that. But Dave also told me to close the accounts because I don't need a FICO I Love Debt score. That is true. So one day I went on account closing friendly, closed accounts I had since early 90s, ran out of time that day with 2 accounts left. Now, years later, I'm out of debt except for my mortgage, and I thank God I forgot to go back and close the last again. They're the only reason I have a FICO score. No, why do you need that? It would be even higher, but I closed out my oldest accounts. I wish I hadn't done that. Wish I hadn't closed any of them. Why? Why? It's not an I Love Debt score. Yes, it is. You only need it if you're going to borrow more money. They say it's a trustworthiness and reliability score. Some of us are able to go through our entire lives without one. My good pal Sid got approved for her mortgage. She's in a house, and she doesn't have one either. So you're wrong about it being a trustworthy and reliability score. People do use that as a shortcut, but that's not the only thing. Can you survive without one? Sure. Yes, you can. You can't get a mortgage through manual underwriting, but you'll pay the same interest rate as someone with the lowest acceptable credit score. That's not true either. You'll also pay more for auto and homeowners insurance. That's not true, definitely. So you're just saying stuff. I love it when people just say stuff and it's not true. It's Reddit, though. You can put on there whatever one you. And when a potential employer looks at your credit report and you don't have one, you might get passed over for that dream job. I guess that could happen, but if you have the qualifications, is more important than that probably. But anyway, I took just about all Dave's advice, and on the whole, it was good advice. Glad I did, but wish I hadn't closed my credit, especially my oldest ones. Well, it's always something for you can't please everyone. So that's fine, and of course everybody's available to do what. It's your money, it's your credit. You can do whatever you want with all your stuff. Why are they called Ramsey personalities? This is someone got a lot of time on their hands. A personality is a person of importance, prominence, renown, or notoriety. Someone who's famous or a celebrity. Example, Kim Kardashian. Why aren't they called experts or professionals or consultants or educators or authorities? I'm assuming because Dave Ramsey or somebody that works for him said we'll call them personalities. Either Dave said it himself or somebody that works for him said we should call them personalities. And Dave said yes. And you know what you can do? You can do that when you own the company. So there you go. So it doesn't have to make sense to anybody except Dave Ramsey. So good question though. One that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what they're called. Really doesn't change anything at all. We did all those. Let's see. Tat's only regret is wish cut up the dang card sooner. You right. Alrighty. Slow news day. Still gonna be I've only done 2 streams of Stray. I will be eventually completely playing through that entire game. Curse of Oak Island not back on until November or so. But this show every day, Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, the Ramsey Show, Aftershow. And that follows the Ramsey Show, which comes on from 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. My links are at the top of the chat, video description below, and on the right side of my YouTube banner there, the green YouTube banner. And I'm Steve Simpson once again. I'm a Ramsey Solutions certified financial coach. And you can schedule a free consultation with me by clicking that link, calendly.com/Coach Steve Money. Click on financial coaching consultation. You click on the day you would like to have a consultation. Click on the time you would like that consultation, and Calendly will let me know when you would like that. And I will email you back and let you know which of your financial numbers I need in order to accurately financially assess you. PayPal for donations is paypal.me/Coach Steve Money. Instagram is Coach Steve Money, no spaces. And what's the last one? Email. You can email me about anything. And that is CoachSteveMoney@gmail.com. You can email me about anything on my channel or anything that's on your mind. You can email me about Oak Island, about the after show that I do, about anything Dave Ramsey or financial, about video gaming. I love video games. About computers. I love computers. I've been a PC tech for over 25 years. 3 weeks since the last tech support with Coach Steve Money, and we'll be doing another one of those soon. Or if you'd like to sing the Baby Step song or any of these other songs today, I also did the Rachel Cruz song, and we'd love to hear anybody sing any of these songs. And you can email me about that, CoachSteveMoney@gmail.com. Alrighty. Hope everyone has a wonderful rest of your day and make smart financial decisions every day.